Okay, pie lovers, I hope you're ready today. I'm sharing 4 new pie recipes that we had this year during Thanksgiving that were so good. And a lot that I have shared over the years here on Cheese in Our Apron. Are you ready? Aprons on, let's go. First up, we're gonna make a raspberry sour cream pie. The original recipe had this pie making 2, but we're only doing 1, so we're halving the recipe today. To a large mixing bowl, add your egg. And we're gonna beat this until it's light and lemon colored. Then we're gonna whisk in our sour cream and vanilla. For the sour cream, we're gonna need a 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons. And that's 1/2 teaspoon of the vanilla. Okay, we're gonna whisk this in. To a small bowl, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 cup of white sugar, and a pinch of salt. Give that a little mix together. Now we're gonna combine this with our egg and sour cream mixture. Okay, we're gonna gently fold in some raspberries. And we're using a 1.5 cups of beautiful red raspberries. You could also use frozen raspberries in this as well, just don't thaw them out. To your pie pan, add your favorite pie crust. Mine is store-bought. Okay, then we're gonna pour in our mixture. Have your oven preheated to 400 degrees, and we're gonna bake this for 30 to 35 minutes or until the center begins to set. Okay, while that's cooking, let's make our topping. In a bowl, we're gonna mix together 1/4 cup of brown sugar and all-purpose flour, and 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts, but I am using pecans. Mix that together, and we're gonna cut in 2 tablespoons of cold butter. We're gonna get this all nice and crumbly. Now we're gonna sprinkle the pie with the topping and bring it back to the oven for 10 to 15 minutes or until the topping is golden brown. I'm gonna be very watchful with this so I don't get my crust darker. Now let it cool before you cut into it. Look at that. That is so pretty. And I love that we could use either frozen or fresh raspberries with this. The taste is so good. It's sweet with tart, and it's really good with the pecans. My husband absolutely loved this one, and my father-in-law absolutely enjoyed this. Give it a try. Let's make a cranberry pecan pie. Put down your pie shell in a 9-inch pie pan. So to your bowl, you're gonna add 3 eggs. We'll slightly beat them. Then we're gonna add our sugar, 2 cups and 3 tablespoons. And then we'll whisk this together. Then we'll add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then you're gonna need some dark corn syrup. 1/2 cup and then 1.5 tablespoons. Then we're gonna add our vanilla and we're gonna need 1/2 teaspoon. And then we're gonna need 1.5 tablespoons of melted butter. And then we'll mix this very well. We're gonna need to chop up some pecans or pecans. I have a bag here of already chopped pecans, but we need to finely chop these. And we need to get about 3/4 of a cup. Okay, so to the bottom of our pie shell, place your cranberries, and you'll need 1.5 cups fresh or frozen. Don't thaw them. Okay, now we're gonna sprinkle the top of them with the chopped pecans. Okay, slowly pour our custardy filling on top of all of that. Now be sure to use a 9-inch pie shell because an 8-inch shell will definitely overflow. Okay, have your oven at 350 degrees and we're gonna bake this for 50 to 60 minutes or until the filling is set. Ooh, look at this. It is bubbly and hot. It looks beautiful. Well, we're gonna allow this to cool completely before we cut into it. It is absolutely delicious. If you like pecan pie, but it's not like one of your go-tos, it's not a favorite, and if you really don't gravitate towards it, especially when other pies are around, give this a try. It is absolutely delicious. Let's make a crowd favorite, chocolate cream pie. And you might have all the ingredients for this in your pantry and fridge. First, we're gonna take our pie crust and add it to our pie pan. Then we're gonna take our fork and poke some holes in the bottom of it. Then it'll bake in the oven, preheated to the setting that your pie crust recipe needs. And then this will bake for 10 minutes until it's golden. Okay, you're gonna take 4 egg yolks and add them to your bowl. So we're gonna separate these. And then to your bowl, you're gonna add 1.5 cups of sugar. and then beat or whisk those together. Okay, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna mix this all together until it's well blended. I'm gonna use my pastry cutter. Let's see if that helps. Okay, we're gonna incorporate the milk. Now we're gonna move over to the stove and add it to a saucepan. Okay, we're gonna cook this over medium heat. Interesting recipe. I could have just done this in the saucepan to start with. We're gonna stir this consistently until it's boiling and thickening, enough to coat the back of a metal spoon. Okay, it is boiling. It is hot. Okay, I'm lowering that now that it's thick, and I'm gonna put my spoon in. It's supposed to cover the back. Oh my gosh, I lowered you, jeez! Dang, it's not playing nice. All right, this is definitely thick. Okay, we're gonna remove this from the heat and stir in the butter and vanilla extract. That's 1 tablespoon of butter and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. That butter is gonna give it that shiny look. Ooh, yum. Look at that. Okay, we're going to set this aside and let this cool slightly. It is cooled slightly, it's still steaming, but we gotta get it in the fridge so it'll thicken and set. And this could be in your fridge for 2 to 4 hours before serving. So we'll have a good 4 hours on this before I serve it. And we'll top this with Cool Whip when it comes out of the fridge. And look at that. Oh, the chocolate is glossy, it's rich, it's creamy. This was absolutely delicious. Now, if you want to make a pudding pie but don't want to go through all that work, this one is an easy one. Grab any flavored chocolate pudding. In my pantry, I have this Dove peanut butter milk chocolate pudding. So I'm going to make a peanut butter milk chocolate pudding pie. And I'm going to make it according to the instructions on the back. To make it feel like more of like a cheesecake and help it set up more, I'm gonna add in a bar of cream cheese. Blend that all together, get it nice and smooth. Okay, once that is all combined together, add it to your graham cracker crust pie shell. Spread that all over. And you can have this in your refrigerator for a couple of hours before you serve it. Now, don't come after me. I don't think Dove makes this pudding anymore. And if they do, it's not something that they sell all the time. We got lucky when we found this one. But do this recipe with any of your favorite puddings and it'll be absolutely delicious. Then just add on some whipped topping when you're ready to serve. This will be the most easiest and fastest like chocolate pudding pie you've ever put together. It is absolutely delicious. All right, we gotta cut into this. Look at that. Look how easy it is set up with that cream cheese in there. Oh yeah, it makes it like a no-bake cheesecake pudding pie. Oh, this is delicious. Again, give this a try with your favorite chocolate pudding mix. Yum. Weren't those yummy? Yeah, so good. They were all hits. I would love to know from you, what is your favorite pie? What is your must-have pie like in the summer, at Thanksgiving time, at Christmas time? What are you hoping to see out on the dessert spread? I'd love to know, leave it in the comments below. Next, we're gonna make one of my favorite pies, lemon truffle. In a medium saucepan, we're gonna add 1/3 cup sugar and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're gonna combine this together, then whisk in 1.5 cups of water. Then add some zest of 2 lemons. Then drop in 5 to 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. I usually go for 6. In a separate bowl, we need 4 egg yolks. So we'll separate those, then beat those egg yolks together. And then to that, you're gonna mix in 1/4 cup of sugar. After you mix that up really good, we're gonna add that to our saucepan. So stir this into the saucepan over medium-high heat. And keep mixing until this mixture boils. And when it boils, you wanna mix it for 1 minute. Remove it from the heat and then drop in 1.5 tablespoons of butter and stir that in until it's all melted. We're gonna need to remove 1.5 cups of this lemon liquid because we're gonna reserve it for the top layer. To the remaining liquid, we're gonna add in 1 cup of white chocolate chips. And we're gonna stir this until they're all melted and mixed in well. We'll need 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese at room temperature. And we're gonna cut the cream cheese into small cubes and add them to the white chocolate mixture. Then we're gonna stir this until it's all well mixed and smooth. You may need to use an electric mixer. Pour this yummy mixture into a baked 9-inch pie shell or a graham cracker crust. And that's what I'm using today. Then we're gonna pour the reserved lemon sauce on top, and we're gonna have this chill for at least 2 hours. When you're ready, spread some whipped cream over the lemon filling. And if you would like, you can garnish it with some toasted sliced almonds. If you love lemon, you're gonna love this pie. It is seriously so delicious and a hit at every party. If you're a fan of blueberry pie, you're gonna love this recipe. What makes it extra good is that it calls for brown sugar instead of white sugar. This is seriously the best blueberry pie. We're gonna start off by zesting a lemon, and we're gonna need 1 teaspoon of this lemon zest. Then we're gonna take our lemon and give it a good squeeze because we're gonna need 4 teaspoons of this lemon juice. For the blueberries, we're gonna need 4 cups, and then we're gonna sprinkle these blueberries with that lemon juice. To a large mixing bowl, we're gonna add in 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, your lemon zest, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Mix that all together. Add in your blueberries and gently combine this. You wanna coat it very well. To a 9-inch pie pan, lay down your crust, pour in your blueberry mixture, and dot the top of your pie with about 2 tablespoons of butter. Then place your second crust on top and seal up your edges real good. Then add about 3 slashes to the top of your crust so we can allow some steam to escape. We're gonna have our oven preheated to 450 degrees, and we're gonna bake this for 10 minutes. Then we'll lower the heat to 350 degrees and continue baking for 30 to 35 minutes more. We're gonna let this cool before we slice it, that way it sets up real good. And now you have the yummiest homemade blueberry pie. It is so good and one of our favorites. Let's make a no-bake pumpkin mousse pie. You'll need 4 ounces of cream cheese softened, and we're going to beat it for about 30 seconds until it's nice and smooth and creamy. And we're doing this on medium speed. Grab a spatula. You're gonna need 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar, then 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. You're gonna need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, we're gonna continue to beat this until it's well combined and there's no pockets of cream cheese that remain. Okay, I think we're at a good point. It is so smooth. All right, let's get this in our pie shell. Okay, then we're gonna fold in an 8-ounce thawed whipped topping. All right. Oh gosh, this smells so good. You know this tastes amazing. All right, I think that is about the best folding I can do right now. Okay, let's get it in our pie crust. Okay, for this recipe, you're gonna need an already made graham cracker crust. You can make your topping and put it on now and then let it set in the refrigerator. Or you could let it set, then make the topping and then serve it up, whatever you like. The best part is like licking the spatula. Let's make the topping. You're gonna need an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip, but I don't know if I wanna use the whole container on top of this pie. It just seems like a lot. So I'm gonna like do half, so 1/8 of cinnamon or pumpkin spice. We're gonna mix this in. Now we're gonna top our pie with this. Now you can immediately serve it, or you could put this back in your fridge so the topping can set up more. And there you have your mousse pie. Should we cut into it? I think so. Yum. I'm so excited about this one. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Oh my word, that is so light and airy. Oh, you can go crazy with this pie. That is delicious. And that whipped topping was just enough. You don't need a whole container, seriously. Let's make my mom's apple pie. It is packed with flavor, and I promise you'll be going back for a second piece. You're gonna peel, core, and slice up 8 apples. And I'm using a combination of Granny Smith and Honeycrisp. I always like using 2 different types of apples in my apple pie. So add those to a big bowl. And to that bowl, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And frankly, sometimes I do more, up to like 1.5 teaspoons. Then 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, a half a cup of sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Mix this all together, coat it really well, and then add all of that to your prepared pie pan. Then we're gonna pat the top with butter. Sometimes I just do 5 or 6 pats on. Then add your top crust. Seal those edges really good because this is gonna be juicy. Then I'm gonna poke some holes on top to make a vent. You can also put an egg wash on top of your pie crust and sprinkle on some sugar. We're gonna bake this at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Then we're gonna lower the temperature to 350 degrees and bake for another 45 minutes. I usually wait about 20 minutes before I cut into the pie when it's done. Just that way everything sets up. And then I dig in for a yummy piece of apple pie. But I absolutely love this with a little bit of vanilla ice cream. And it is a must at the holidays in my house. Well, if you love apple pie, then you're gonna love this unique twist. This is an apple macaroon pie. So to your pie dish, add down your pie crust. Then to your pie shell, you're gonna add 4 cups of sliced apples. You can use any apples that you like. On this day, I'm using Johnny Gold. In a bowl, add 1 tablespoon of flour, a half a cup of sugar, and a half a teaspoon of salt. Mix that all together, and then you're gonna sprinkle that mixture over your apples. Once you do that, we're gonna pat this with some butter, and you're gonna use 2 tablespoons. Okay, I fluted the edges of my pie crust. Now it looks all beautiful. Have your oven preheated to 425 degrees, and we're gonna bake this for 20 minutes. Then we'll add on our macaroon topping. For the topping, you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of butter, a half a cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of milk, then 1 egg, then add 1 cup of shredded coconut. Mix that all together very well. Then you're gonna spread the mixture over the apples. Then we're gonna bake for an additional 30 minutes, but lower your oven to 350 degrees. It comes out gorgeous. I promise if you love regular apple pie, you're going to love this one. Up next is a honey zucchini pie. Now don't get thrown off by zucchini. If you like pumpkin pie, you're gonna love this. You're gonna need 2 cups of zucchini, peel them, core out the seeds, chop them up, throw them in a pot of water, and cook them to their tender. After they've been strained, add them to your blender and puree them up. And you wanna get 2 cups of this puree. So add that to a bowl, and to that bowl add a 1/4 cup of honey with a 1/3 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 a teaspoon of allspice, and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and stir that all together. Now let's go over to our stove, and in our pot, you're gonna add in a 13-ounce can of evaporated milk. Heat this up, warm it through, then beat 2 eggs. Next, we're gonna add the warm evaporated milk to the zucchini mixture and incorporate that just a little bit. Then add the 2 beaten eggs and mix that all together. Pour this into your pie shell. And I got a little ahead of myself on this, and now I'm fluting my pie crust. Have your oven preheated to 425 degrees and bake this for 15 minutes. After that, reduce the oven and let this cool for several hours and bake for another 40 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at this. Doesn't it look so good? It even looks like pumpkin pie. And just like pumpkin pie, you gotta add a dollop of whipping cream. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely delicious. It has such a light taste. It has such a light taste compared to pumpkin pie. It is so good. Make this for your next gathering, and you will shock people when you tell them that it's zucchini. Yum. Those were all so good, huh? Now you're craving pie, huh? Sorry. Well, if you want some more holiday desserts and holiday appetizers and dinners, click on these videos over here and I'll meet you over there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.